Growing up in Chunga, which was my community, we were surrounded by a lot of forest and farmlands. I remember I would have sugarcane, mango, guava in their seasons because we were surrounded by mango, guava, and sugarcane fields. During one of those tough days, I remember my mom would send my sister into an area around our community where she would pick vegetables and would have a meal for the night. Because my household was poor, my mother was able to rent land just around our community, and this really complemented our food income by almost 50% throughout the year. This, I believed, freed her up to invest in our primary education and for us to get to where we are. Because forests and farmlands have been pushed back now by miles and miles from the city, this is no longer the case for most families in the city, especially low-income areas. They can no longer just go and farm their food when they don't have food. They have to buy almost all of their food. So you have families now spending most of their time looking for food and sending their children on the streets to sell so that they can have an income to buy food. So instead of these children being in school, like I was in school, they now spend most of their time on the streets, increasing the high dropout rate of children in primary, secondary schools. My project for the African Crossroads Climate Justice Fellowship aims to create conversations about food and climate change, contextualizing through a vertical sack gardening workshop the effect that climate change, environmental decisions, and policies have over food security and hunger in Zambia. Bringing together 50 young people and women who are one of the most vulnerable groups to be affected by climate change to talk about how climate change will affect our food and the domino effect that will have on our lives and the development of our community. My project is being hosted by Barefeet Theatre, my host hub. With them, we'll be using interactive theatre techniques that will get the participants to loosen up, laugh, and understand how climate change individually affects them and some of the things they can be able to do. By the time you are watching this at the annual African Crossroads gathering, I would have held the workshop and will be in our mentoring phase. During this period, we'll be offering support to the 50 so that they can grow their sack gardening communities, making climate change and food security an easier conversation to have and spread. I am excited to see how far this project can go and how it can bring the climate change conversation down to earth for everyone, so that everyone in my community can be involved in demanding for climate justice. I believe climate change has been and will increasingly affect our food, among other things, and the conversation is very urgent to have. Because it will only get worse and we need to act now.